Hey guys, welcome back to Rivers Art Colors. If you've been sticking with me for the past couple of months, you know I've been working on these um, Justice League character sketches. Just a little project for myself. I don't get to do that much artwork for myself nowadays. Usually when I'm at my computer drawing or coloring, it's for a commission piece, or it's some artwork that I owe somebody, or it's something that I'm doing to try to get a job. So uh, you know working on pieces like this, it's fun, and I think that every artist should try to pencil in a little bit of time to draw on pieces and work on pieces that they really want to. And working on this series of Justice League characters, it's something I've wanted to do for quite some time. I haven't, like, I think the last time I did kind of a project like this where I just kind of sat down and drew a bunch of characters. It was a while ago. I was probably maybe, not including characters that I've drawn for my own comic books that I've created myself. It probably been like about 10, easily 10 years ago. Um, but it's cool getting to draw fan favorite characters, and Green Lantern, he's one of my favorite DC characters. He's not my favorite. That always will go to Batman. But Green Lantern, he's pretty high up there. Um, maybe not the Hal Jordan Green Lantern, just the idea of the Green Lantern Corps. I really dig. My dad, he's a huge Green Lantern fan. He's a big Hal Jordan Green Lantern fan. I kind of grew up in the time of Kyle Rayner. Hal Jordan was still around when I was you know when I was younger, and would watch Super Friends and read the Justice League comics. But like back in the '90s, they replaced Hal Jordan with Kyle Rayner, and I really dug Kyle Rayner because he was an artist too. He was a graphic designer by day and superhero by night. So you could see why that character, I could relate to that character. But this version is the Hal Jordan version of GL, and I tried to draw his face kind of with a cocky pilot face. I don't know if I succeeded, but that's what I was going for, at least. Um, yeah, I've drawn him before, and I decided to do something a little different, do a little different take on it this time, and um, kind of make some. I didn't want to overcomplicate his costume. Um, I've seen renderings of Hal Jordan before where they make him look very armored up, and I mean, who knows what they'll do? Like if he ever ends up in a Justice League sequel, or if he ends up in this Justice League, who knows what they'll do with his costume this time around? But um, I like the idea of it being a costume that sticks close to his body, and it's kind of like it looks maybe more like something alien and something more organic. Um, so I don't normally just dump my blacks in the way that I've done on his costume, but I wanted to try something a little different, and it'll make more sense as you see the rendering progress on this. But I just kind of wanted to play around with some different ideas. Um, but for the most part, this has been the easiest one to render. Um, because it's so limited in in places that I have to fill, and I have to render, due to me dumping my blacks on the legs and the arms, and just kind of making it a solid black instead of leaving it open for to put like a darker hue, a darker blue or gray in there. But like I said, it'll make sense once I've completed rendering out the green parts. You'll see what I'm talking about. Um, and I've never been a huge fan of the white gloves that GL has, so I tried to do like kind of like a cufflink kind of thing with the green and black, and I really like the way it turned out. Um, it's probably not the most original redesign. I think the um, Green Lantern that short-lived Green Lantern animated show kind of had a suit somewhat similar to this. So I'm sure I borrowed inspiration from that unknowingly, but pretty happy with the way that it's turning out. Um, by the time this video is posted, Justice League will be out in theaters. I'm very excited about it. I plan on going to see it this Saturday. I wish I could be there opening night, but I've got to work. I'm really excited about it, though. It's probably just as excited about it as I was when the Avengers came out. Although I'm cautiously optimistic with the how the movie's going to be, because it just seems like they've got a lot of story to tell in a short amount of time. So I'm cautiously optimistic about it, but it's whatever, I'm just kind of really excited that we're getting a Justice League on screen, and hopefully it'll do good enough to warrant some sequels. I dug Wonder Woman quite a bit. I'm one of the few people that enjoyed Batman versus Superman, warts and all. And I really, by far, I'd still say Man of Steel is still my favorite of the DC EU movies. Probably least favorite Suicide Squad. I liked it, but I like parts of Suicide Squad, but the choppy editing is so harsh. It's hard to ignore. And they kind of miss some opportunities storytelling wise in that movie. But I think it'll be interesting to see if they kind of course correct some of the more wide spread issues with the DC EU and Justice League. My biggest issue is this guy isn't in it. I really wish we would have gotten a Green Lantern in the movie. For me, it's just not the League without a lantern. What I'm doing here with his eyes and his logo, I want to streamline his costume. The way I've drawn GL in the past, I've kind of always given him a bigger kind of raised logo that a lot of artists do. But this time I wanted to make it look like, maybe he has some of the energy from the lantern kind of emitting from his chest. Maybe even, who knows, maybe this version of Green Lantern, like, he can do something crazy, like put his lantern in his chest and use it as kind of like a storage device. I think that'd be kind of cool myself. Gives his abilities more of a mystique, more of a mystery to it, and add more mystery to it. So yeah, that's what I was trying to accomplish with this, but still make it kind of look like the stark white and green logo he has in the comics, but just add a little flair to it. Again, this was the fastest out of all of the pieces to render out. And I don't know if that's just because I've drawn the character so many times before, or I just knew exactly what I wanted in the back of my head. It just came out quicker because of that. Sometimes that's how drawings go. It can be either less easier or more difficult depending on how well defined that image you have in your mind. And this is what I was saying about the black areas. Usually I don't render things out this way, or I don't draw things this way. Typically I would kind of leave some of the more raised areas, like in his bicep and in his thighs, open, and I would just drop color in there. But I don't know, I kind of wanted to play around with the idea of just using a soft airbrush tool and option click downshifting that into the actual drawing itself. And I think I like the results. I kind of fought with myself back and forth over whether I dug it or not. And I'll be honest, I don't think I've rendered it out as much as I could have, but I think it's adequate. If you guys want to see more of these, see me render out more of these these kind of character guidelines I've been doing, let me know. I think I might take a short break from posting rendering videos of just like the characters standing in static poses, and do a couple of fun shots of different characters, and not just DC characters either, just maybe a couple fan favorite characters. If you have any suggestions on anyone you'd like to see, don't hesitate to post it in the comments down below, and I do check those from time to time, and see if I have any suggestions. You're also welcome to contact me on Facebook. If you go to River Inc. On Facebook, you'll see me. That's my Facebook page, and you can either post it in the video. Like whenever I do these things, I always post them up on Facebook, so you can either post it in the video or just send me I don't really use Messenger a whole lot on there, so if you want to post it on my wall, I can see it on there and say, hey, draw Dr. Doom, or draw Iron Man, or whoever, for your next video. I will probably more than likely do it. Because I'm really just trying to put things out there that people want to see. One of the things that I forgot to record while I was doing this, because I kind of went back and forth commiserating whether I really liked what I saw, and I don't like, if it's a vanity drawing like this, if it's a drawing that I'm just doing for my own shits and giggles, I want to make sure it's something that I really like, and sometimes I'll go back and forth with it. One of the things that I added on here that I didn't get to capture in the video is I added a green kind of like veins to his ring wielding hand, because I thought it would be kind of a cool suggestion that maybe when his ring is glowing, that it kind of it's almost like attached to his suit, as a part of his suit, so you get these, like this green circulatory system going on, and I might play with that more in future drawings of Green Lantern, where he's using his powers, and maybe see like this network of green veins throughout the black parts of his suit. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, this is how GL turned out, and you'll see here very soon the whole Justice League, all my hard work on all of these videos, bringing you the league. Now they're all together. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back to posting some more videos here very soon, and yeah, if you want to contact me, Facebook, River Inc. You can check me out on Instagram. I believe that's OmniRiv, OMNIRIV, and I'm also on DeviantArt as Revolution. Enjoy, guys. Till next time. Later.